ditched my chopper, so get up here and extract me from this fleabag hotel. Minutes matter. They've diverted the Mayday parade and tanks are rolling through the streets. A major coup unfolds as we speak. Conspirators include the Russian mob, hardline military, and ex-KGB. We're going to evacuate the Russian cabinet from Tolstoy House before they fall victim to the coup. If you do not succeed in this, nothing we've done so far matters.
Well, that's a lot of my mind. So now we are in Moscow near the Kremlin on May Day. Not to be confused with the James Bond lady. Okay, as usual, let's go through actually there's something interesting here. Let's take for example the T-80 heavy tank.
What a beautiful war machine, a work of art. In a way, it is a crime to defile it, but defile it we must.
Yeah, Ivan will have his views on some of the items here, so...
This is the enemy's all.
Now let's go through it. This is new, I think.
It's a poor man's anti-aircraft platform. You hit it, you kill it. If this was all you had to worry about, life would be boring.
Hip helicopter. Blum, 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 blum.
Don't worry about the hit. It rolled off the assembly line while you were still in diaper. Problem is, the guys inside. Now duck the cover fire, then perforate the troops before they hit the curb.
So the commander in the game is what? Around 35? Havoc. I love that name.
This thing's a match for your chopper, Captain. Pilot performance is the only difference.
Their tactics are simple and nasty. When you jink away from their rockets, they'll whack you with stingers.
Patience counts. Hug tall buildings to avoid their rockets, then wade in and cry havoc.
And the funny... So that's a match for a Super Apache, and the funny thing is, the Russians have better helicopters, mainly the, let's see, Ka-50 Kamov series, I believe, but those won't appear in this game.
Some good old KGB crook unloaded a high crate of BA-20s on the Ruski mob.
Those things belong in a museum, not on a battlefield. What the hell can they use them for?
Like a baby armor truck, when you see one, there's probably loot inside.
Scars.
These puppies grow through missiles like whales grow through plankton. If you can't get to them, nail the ammo truck they got hanging around. You don't have to worry about an empty gun, no matter how big it is.
Oh yeah, we already saw those in the Caspian mission, I think. Oh, that's less enemies than I thought there would be. Home base at a restaurant, Overwatch from AVAX.
We're low on local intel, so you're gonna have to find your own. The Russian mafia speaks the international language. Cash. Try to buy their services. Secure valuables and deploy them to a location where they will encourage a feeding frenzy. When in mobland, do as the mobsters do.
By the way, this is my favorite mission in the entire game, and that is one reason why, and that was an odd piece of blackness at the end of the video. Fuel supply. Yeah, one reason is the use of these support bribery thingies.
This baby could run on radioactive sludge. Imagine the mileage you'll get off the local firewater. If you see anything remotely usable, from vodka to rubbing alcohol, slurp it up.
I still sincerely doubt whether you could slurp up radioactive sludge in the previous mission. Maybe there's some special patches of radioactivity somewhere, but I've never really experimented with those.
They're not on the hit list, but there are 2 armories inside the Kremlin proper, and that means ammo. Use it if you can. We're gonna have a lot of trouble resupplying you.
Okay. Oops. Okay. But I already told where the landing zone is. Oh yeah, these unloading landing zones. I'm getting confused myself.
Bad news, Commander. Both of your LZs are teaming with ex-KGB and mob vermin. Pest eradication will be necessary before you can land there in comfort.
And let's show where they are on the map. What? Auto camo? What the hell is that? Okay.
According to the hacked military files, it looks like the KGB built a beta version of our quick letter.
Many such things happen during Imperial death throes. If such device exists, it will be in Factory District.
Yeah, I like Ivan. Well, one reason is that he has more to say, seems to have more to say than either Ahmad or Nick.
Ivan grew up here. He knows this city better than you know your own apartment. Drain his head, drive everything he knows, just point and listen.
Yeah, he's cool.
Best weapon you have is greed. Secure any local loot and deploy it as bait. Dropped outside prisons, it'll lure guards from their posts. It's the oldest hunting trick in the world. Worked in the Stone Age, works now.
Could you show that lady with the ties again? And intel before we get to the actual mission.
I'm not a political man. That's Andrea's beat. But this is clearly worst case scenario time.
Shadow Man has merged the nightmare power of the Russian mafia, the military power of the KGB, and the political power of the hardliners to crush the democratic movement.
If he succeeds, he'll throw the world into a new dark age.
Nah, I wouldn't go that far.
Kaponov's mobsters have looted southern Moscow and are trucking the riches to their monastery fortress under the cover of the coup. Stop them. If the Shadow Man gets control of all the wealth in Moscow, hearts and minds will follow.
Kaponov. Location. Did I already say that once?
It is our belief that locals will mistake your Apache for a Russian havoc. Capture is not an option. If you go down for the count, we hit the destruct button. We can't afford to leave any trace of our involvement. We need plausible deniability.
Nice to know that I have a good retirement plan.
Commander, avoid making the mistake I once made, underestimating Andrea Gray. She's not what she appears to be. She's a trained operative. News is just her cover. I don't even know who she really is, but I do know she's been active for several years. Intelligence lore has it her charms prevented a sneak attack through the Fulda Gap moments before the Soviet Empire collapsed. Working in deep cover, she had also infiltrated the Kremlin and got on intimate terms with many members of the current government. We are counting on her connections to keep us alive.
By the way, I do like her combat outfit, or whatever you would call it. Doesn't go for unnecessary titillation values or anything like that. Okay, I suppose we have time to check out the first mission, or first objective briefing. Well, actually first explain when we get to that, but first pick up government officials.
Commander, the cabinet members will only emerge from hiding if somebody they trust escorts them, and they trust Andrea. Extract her from her present location and redeploy her to the Tolstoy house.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. First we have to pick up Andrea. And by the way, I did look up a map of downtown Moscow, and this is a fairly accurate representation, at least as far as the rivers and roads go. So it is squashed vertically or stretched horizontally, whichever way you want to look at it.